When we leave our homeland and we migrate to another country, we may experience a huge sense of loss. Hello, this is Ligia Houben, and in this opportunity, we'll talk about a type of grief which is real. It's called migratory grief. And it's important to talk about what people feel when they are grieving, to the point that this type of grief, it's known as Ulysses syndrome, which was a semi-god in the Greek mythology who, he had to go to different places and he was away from his family, and being so strong, he was a hero, but he suffered being away from his family, from his place. So that's why they have identified migratory grief with Ulysses syndrome, because people feel grief, people feel pain. I remember many years ago, this was like 10 years ago, I was once at a conference and I was approached by this amazing lady. She was from Springer, publishing house, and she was the editor, and she suggested that I wrote a book about Hispanics and losses. And when I was talking with her, and I was very appreciative of the opportunity, I told her, well, thank you. However, I do not want to talk only about grief because we lost a loved one, because that was her idea, her original idea. I said I would like to talk about the different losses that Hispanics may experience when they leave, their homeland and they move into the United States, because that was the format, that what we were going to talk about. Because in this case, of course, I'm talking about Hispanics because I am Hispanic. I'm from Nicaragua. And the book, that's why it's called Counseling Hispanics Through Loss, Grief, and Bereavement, because it's about the grief Hispanic immigrants may experience. However, we could apply those type of losses to any culture. Asian, Iranian. I remember I have a very good friend from Iran, and when I was writing the book and I was telling her about, what was it about, she said, Ligia, that's the same thing that I feel, and I know that some of my friends feel as well. So it is real. Grief is present. And the losses that the immigrant may experience is like, the loss of homeland, the loss of their loved ones, the loss of status, the loss of the place they knew, and they may find being alone. They may find that they lack support, social support. They may lack many services because first, maybe they don't know they exist, and second, because they feel, isolated. They may feel that they do not belong. And there's so many articles about this. And one of the best things that we can do is prevention. Prevention, what are the things that immigrants from any part of the world may need so they could have access to those services. And if they are already grieving, if they feel alone, if they feel irritable, if they feel with lack of hope, well, to offer those services as well. Because it is not like the type of depression that comes with, mental illness, mental condition. It is something that happens and it's common. And sometimes we do not address the emotional aspect because maybe, yes, and beautiful, and thank you for that, so many services, with a physical aspect, with where they're going to live. What about their emotional condition? So that is something that we want to pay attention. Social support, social groups, grieving groups, all these things that they can go there and express and share how they feel, it's important. So let's pay attention that this is a real type of grief And we want to consider that when we are talking to someone that is from another country. And if they express to you that they are not feeling well, that they miss their country, just open your heart and listen. And it's very important as well that they learn tools, that they acquire tools to live the new country that they come to and acquire the skills, and also to pay attention to the benefits, to pay attention also to the things that they feel grateful for. So it is a balance. It is a balance in learning how to live in another country, learning how to process the grief, to validate it and process it, and at the same time to get those skills that makes them able to just take advantage and be grateful for the opportunity, and always to keep hope in their hearts. Thank you so much for paying attention to this message. I send you a hug and I wish you a beautiful day.